Jennie, thank you so much for joining us here on In Focus. Now, you've been photographing the Nalujuit for a few years now, right? Can you tell us a bit about that experience?
So I've been documenting through photography Nalujuk Night for 12 years. And on the 12th year, I decided to make a short film. And so I made the film with the National Film Board of Canada.
So why did you want to make this film in the first place?
Well, I had my photography in different exhibits across Canada. And when people see photos of Nalujuk Night, they have a lot of questions. And in exhibits, I just have a little bit of time for quick chats with people who are looking at the photos. And most of the time, they've never heard of Nalujuk Night and they don't know about our tradition in Labrador. So I wanted to make a short film to explain better about what the tradition is and how it looks from where it takes place in Maine.
Are you able to give us a little bit of what are some of the traditions and that sort of thing, just like a little preview before we watch the film?
So it takes place every year on January 6th. And in the film, I try to make it so that it would seem like you were there. It's not like regular documentaries, and my photographs are in black and white, so I also did the film in black and white. And so what you'll see is right from the beginning of the night when the Nalujuit, they walk in from the ice, and then they enter the town, and so you'll see right from that. So they're coming in, they're in town, and you'll see like the community members. And the way that I filmed it was actually happening. Like I actually was there on January 6th in 2019. I had two camera guys, a sound guy, and my producer, and it was me directing. So we went around all that night, and what you see in the film is real. It's like the real thing. So people aren't acting or anything. Like we're going around just like I would go around any other year, like running around with everyone else in the town and just showing what it really is.
Right. So what was that like? You had mentioned January 6th. So what was January 6th like for you and the crew to be there?
It was really cold because it was like we filmed it in it's more than -40.
Oh wow!
So getting those big cameras working in the cold was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned some skills over the years on how to make the cameras stay going in the cold where it's so freezing there. In earlier years, like my photography camera would freeze up, and like the zoom and stuff, the focus wasn't so good. So after a few years, I tried using those warming things that you can put inside your mitts or your boots, the little warming pocket things.
Right, yeah.
So I ended up starting to put those in my pocket to put extra batteries and sticking them onto my camera where the batteries go. So since I learned that in previous years of doing photography, that's what we did with when we were filming with the video cameras.
Mm.
We put those things where the batteries go and had like a sock on the camera, and like we had to do certain things in order to film because it was so cold. And we had one night only. Like if we didn't get what we needed to get that night, we'd have to wait another year to try again. So we needed those two cameras to work.
Well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right?
Yeah. Anyway, it was cold, but it worked. Like the cameras worked. Everything was perfect. Like we got a lot of footage, like 9 or 10 hours of footage. Made it hard to cut it down to only 13 minutes, but that's what we did over 4 years. We worked on the editing process and everything else for 4 years.